Welcome to Element 14. My name's Mike. Today I get to talk to you about some pretty cool stuff. Magnetic connectors. Pretty neat, huh? So what makes these connectors different from the rest? They're rated for 5 amps, not the normal 2. "5 amps at 30 volts, AC or DC. When I first read about these connectors, this is exactly what I thought about. Sometimes when you troubleshoot, you need to separately power the circuit. But if you're separately powering the circuit, you're at risk of the safety shutdowns not working. I was excited. So, got this connected to the 12-volt battery. My magnetic connector is connected to the gas shutoff valve, and I can actually hear it click in and out when I make and break the circuit. I don't know if the background noise drowns it out, but this is pretty cool. Oh yeah! And we don't just do it on the little stuff, like that 20 kW. Another application for the magnetic connectors that I thought of was, wouldn't it be awesome if you could hook up a battery charger to your car without having to open up the hood? Maybe replace these with something a little more user-friendly? I'll admit, it was 0 degrees Fahrenheit when I thought of the idea, and yeah, what's simple in concept was not simple in execution. Point of clarification, the connectors, they worked awesome. Fishing the wire through the front of the truck? Not so awesome. Connect one end to the battery. The negative's underneath the air cleaner. You'll just have to trust me on that one. Wire the other end to a connector. After all, they're IP67 rated, right? It gets the job done. And yes, there's a protective cap for it when it's not in use. Just happens to be a 1-inch replacement end for a folding chair. Ooh, I forgot the most important part. If I accidentally forget it and drive off, nothing gets broken. Another really cool application for magnetic connectors, portable power box. This particular one has a LiPo in it, so it's pretty light, but there's always the sealed lead acid option. Nice thing about going with this guy, it's a little heavier, but I can charge him with the same connector that I use to charge the truck. The original vision for the portable power box, portable soldering. Sometimes making repairs in the field, it's just not convenient to drag along that really long extension cord. And sometimes electricity's not even available. This one here, plug him in. Yeah, I'm not touching that tip. Very cool. I'll be honest, not every application was super practical. One of them was just fun. What else could I use that power box for? How about powering a whisper box? Whisper is amateur radio for weak signal propagation reporting. Let's take a look at it. Inside the box we see the different connectors. The MulticompPRO magnetic, that's the MP002495. It's right here. It feeds a 30 to, I think it goes down to 5 volt DC to DC converter to USB to power the Raspberry Pi. This is a bulkhead connector for BNC for the antenna. This is a USB connector, as you can see, and that runs the USB dongle. Anytime I'm close with my phone, it'll pair and reset the clock inside the Raspberry Pi. Of course, we've got the magnetic connectors for making the connection from the power box to the whisper box.
So what is this whisper thing? Weak signal propagation reporting. Basically, it's an extremely low power transmitter that asks the question, who can hear me? It lets us know how far the radio waves are getting out for a particular frequency.
Show you the setup.
There's a quick shot of the antenna. And the whisper box and the power box.
When these MulticompPRO magnetic connectors were first being discussed on the Element 14 community, I was curious as to how strongly they made it. How much force would you need to be able to move one? Well, they make a pretty solid connection, and it doesn't take a lot of force to move it, but you can feel the metal-to-metal contact of the magnet on the metal ring when you move them around. The other thing is the contacts are copper, and so's the ridge that they ride in. Probably don't want to wear that down too much or with too much movement. They do a great job of emergency disconnect though. Gotta love it. 5 amps.